Hello world, and welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host, Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you, my friend, are in the right place. I'm so excited about this video because in this episode we are speaking about personal development. And the topic of this video is how to heal your addictions. Let's get straight into the video. Addictions, come on. We all have them or have them. We know people that have them, and we know that addictions can take over your life, destroy your life, and really just put you in a space that you don't want to be in. You feel sometimes that you have no control, but the thing is that you do. Before I jump fully into the video on how you can heal your addictions, I just want to give you a little bit of a background story on myself and my own addictions. So I grew up in a very dysfunctional family, and my dad passed away when I was 14 years old. And I say that to say because when my dad passed away, there was this girl in my neighborhood at that time that was in that negative low vibration space, and what she did was offer me alcohol in a way to cope with how I was feeling emotionally, right? So later in my years, I battled with alcoholism for so many years, up until like when I was an exotic dancer for 7 years. It was to the point that literally I would drink every single day. I could not do anything like go out into the world and be myself, or go to work and show up and do certain things, or even go on a date. I was so nervous about everything. I had to drink in order for me to push myself through to do these things. And so, I mean, I'm standing here today on this camera, and this is in November 2020, right? And I stand here today, and I have over 2 years clean that I have not touched a drop of alcohol. Yes. Now, even prior to the 2 years, right? Even prior to that, there was times that I really went like 8 months, 6 months here, but then I'll have a drink, so I'll start over, blah, 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 blah. But it was something that controlled my life for more than 10 years, and I thought I could never escape it. Now I go places, I can go pick up alcohol for friends, I pour the alcohol, I can smell wine and tell you what's a good wine, what's a bad wine, I can sleep with it right next to my head. It doesn't faze me. I don't have any urge for it. I don't have any desire for it. Like any desire for it is as if I've never done it before. And it's like, how did I do that? I had an addiction to sex. I had an addiction to so many things. And it's like, how did I get over my addictions to lying and everything? So here's the thing. When you have an addiction, it is just the way your brain is being programmed. It's a programming of your mind, right? You program your mind to believe that you want and you need and you depend on certain things for the excitement, for joy, for you to feel safe. So when the key is to unprogram or reprogram your mind a different belief, because the habits, addictions are like habits, right? The habits that we have in our life is only coming from the programming that has gone under in our mind, from the programming that has taken place in our mind. And programming in our mind is only the habitual thoughts and beliefs that is going on within your system that you choose, right? So this goes back to, okay, Mecca, well, if it's the thoughts and the beliefs that's in my mind, how did it get here? By what you give your attention to. So any way to break any habit or an addiction, because an addiction is only a habit that has been really set in stone, or what you think is set in stone and it's permanent, but it's not. It just feels so permanent because now it's like second nature. You don't have to think about it anymore. And then it's having control over you because it's giving you a false sense of excitement, of joy, of happiness, of confidence, and things like that, like of safety, of power. That's what addictions do. Most addictions that takes over your life, it gives you a false sense of something positive that has a long-term negative effect, right? So what you do is you have to be mindful as to what you are giving your attention to. This is the only work that you have to do when it comes to breaking any habit or addiction. The real work is sitting down and saying to myself or yourself, what is it that I'm actually giving my attention to when I want to do this? So for example, when I wanted to drink, what was I giving my attention to that made me want to drink, right? Okay, I would be like, I'm not confident. So that let me know that I need to do some things to work on my confidence. What did I do to start working on my confidence? I started to look in the mirror and tell myself every day, look at myself in my eyes and tell myself, you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are enough, you got this, right? And I had to build my confidence up, the energy with the confidence within me, and do things every day that show self-trust within myself. Like, for example, how is it that you can show yourself that you trust yourself if every time you say you're going to go to bed at a certain time, and you don't go to bed at that time? You let people steal your time. You let Netflix steal your time. Instagram steal your time. What do you believe that's going to do to your self-confidence or the trust within yourself? You're not going to be able to trust yourself by having certain actions like that. So when you have an addiction or any habit that you want to break, there's so many underlying things and factors that need to be looked at and taken care of, and energy and awareness given towards, because that is really what it is. The habit or the addiction is just the tip of the iceberg. Everything that's underneath it is what is keeping the habit or the addiction in place to begin with. So for example, the confidence, I didn't feel confident. So when you don't feel confident, you feel shy, you feel scared, you want to just like cave in, hide under a rock. You don't want to show yourself. So drinking alcohol for me gave me a false sense of confidence. So I felt like, okay, when I can drink alcohol, I can show up to this date. I can go to work and ask people and strangers for money as a stripper, right? So in order for me to remove the alcohol, I knew that confidence was something that was underneath that was an issue for me. So I knew I needed to directly deal with the lack of confidence within myself. You get what I'm saying? So any addiction that you have to go and peel off the layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. You have to break down the false beliefs that is in your mind and vibrating in you energetically. And then once you get into that space and you do that, and honestly, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. That work took me really 3 months, less than that. I give you a good 3 months. If you do something every day for 3 months, break one little fear down of something it is that's attached to that addiction or a bad habit, you will soon look up in 3 months and you will be a whole nother person. This will be something that will no longer be vibrating with inside of you. And to add to this, as you do this, it is great for you to feed in positive energy. That's something that's on the other end of the spectrum of what the habit or the addiction that you have. Here's an example. So when I felt like I wanted to drink, instead of me reaching for a drink, I would go and make me a cup of tea. I love tea. If anybody know me, oh my God, I'm a tea head. I am like so obsessed with tea, like ginger tea, lemon tea, hibiscus tea, elderberry tea, mint tea, green tea, peach tea, any tea, London fog. I am a tea person. I literally drink like 8 cups a day. Before I started drinking, I drank tea, but now that I don't drink anymore, I've drunk tea a lot because it helped me get off of the alcohol. When I felt like I wanted to drink, I would go make me a cup of tea, right? And I would visualize myself in a place in the club, just drinking water, feeling fully confident within myself, like I don't need it. I would feel myself happy and joyful, and I would meditate. When I would meditate, I would see myself operating like this. So what I started to do was train my mind and my overall energy system to want something and operate at a new level. And when I tell you something, I want to say something to you. You do this, it's going to be a challenge. Just be patient with yourself. Every day, just put one foot in front of the other. It's like building a building, right? You have to put one brick, one layer at a time, brick by 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 brick. You will have a building. Rome was not built in a day. Your addictions will not. Oh, you will not overcome your addictions in the night. You will not overcome those bad habits in the night or in just 2-3 days. You have to keep doing it, right? The time part doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. It's all you have to do is put one foot in front of the other. The time part, you won't even notice the time or the distance in between something. All you need to do is be on the journey. the beautiful part about it all is being on a journey. Is when you actually change your mind and you see yourself unfolding. You see this flower that's blossoming as who you truly are. Because what addictions does and bad habits, they take over your life. They start to get in areas of your life and bring you down, take you away from who you truly are, away from your soul, away from the essence within yourself. And it starts to have a long-term bad effect on your life. You can do this. You have to reaffirm, train your brain. If you don't know where to start with this, you can just hit me up, right? I'm a coach. I'm a coach. I will coach you. Hit me up at meccabookings@gmail.com if you want advice, or if you want a one-on-one coaching session, or if you don't want to get that personal. I highly recommend our 21-day healing plan, and you can repeat this healing plan as many times as you want to. I've done it like 4 or 5 months. I keep repeating the healing plan. Just hit the link in my description box below. It is phenomenal. It is so phenomenal. You can do this. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. If you want something bad enough, when you want something bad enough, you put that out there into the universe, everything in the world will conspire to make what you want happen a reality in your life. And with that being said, I hope you love this video and you share this with somebody you care about. Because we always say here in Mecca Mastery TV that sharing is caring. My ladies, I want you to go ahead and align with your chakras, okay? Get those chakras aligned. Align with the true goddess within yourself and who you are as a woman. Release all those negative energies and spirits up out of your body. And this is also a good way to remove any addictions and habits outside of you by doing a yoni steam. If you don't know what a yoni steam is, you can email me or click the link in the description box below to learn more and to order your jar today. And guess what? I also have protection kits available. And my ladies, make sure that you go ahead and protect yourself, protect your waist, grace your waist. Make sure you grab our set of healing waist beads today. They are customized by yours truly, myself. So grab yours today. Just email me or click the link in the description box below. And as we say here, Mecca Mastery TV, we encourage you to become the greatest version of yourself. I'm sending you love. I send you light. I send you good vibes, healing all the day. Until next time, see you in the next episode with peace and love.